Hey folks, welcome back. Beautiful day out there today. I'm not sure if you can see this, but this is my view from my shop, which is not too bad. Beside the ladder, I should move that. I just thought I'll give a quick chat about this new sander I just got. And yeah, I know it's not exactly new. I know it's been out for a while, but I just got it last week and I'm pretty impressed. So I thought I'd give you my impression of this sander. So I got also the hose that comes with it, which is really good. Turn this off. So my first impression when I opened this, I was like, wow, this is small and light, which is pretty amazing. The ergonomics are perfect for me. It's really, really great compared to the sander I came from, which was this one here. I had a Bosch 6-inch, and I had two of these. Like I've been through two of these in about 15 years. They are actually really good sanders for somebody looking for a bit more of a budget sander, but it's still really good. This is a really good option, I think, especially when you hook them up with a hose. Now I had to do a bit of jimmy rigging here because I'm actually using this, which works really well, the Lamello hose that comes from a Lamello biscuit jointer. So I adapted that, and this fits into just about anything. And it's really flexible. It's actually a good option for sanders. Anyway, as you can see, this thing has been through a lot. Dropped many times, but it still works really well. The Velcro is still fairly good. You can change the pads here if you need to. But yeah, when you come from this to that, I mean, just the size, but the weight, I mean, this thing is, not sure exactly what it is, but I would say it's 3 times the weight. Just because the weight is on top too, and this is great to have the weight sort of low. Yeah, really good. If you plan on purchasing this hose, which I sort of recommend, unless you have something else that fits there, the nice thing is it's really long, so is the cord, and it actually fits perfectly in. This is a fine turbo one, but it actually fits perfectly in there. So that's a pretty good option. So I just have my original hose over there, and when I use the sander, I just fit that in and with the power cord here, and I'm good to go. So yeah, I just actually tried this mesh here, which is also new to me. I haven't tried them, the Mirka sandpaper. So I got a whole bunch here, different different grit, and it seems like it works really well. Obviously the dust extraction is really good because, as you can see, it goes right through it. I also just put like a saver pad on it. I just mounted that on, and it seems to work pretty good. Apparently, when you put that pad on, I was just reading that quickly here, you can, these are the screws to adjust. If you end up with some vibration, you can add some of these screws for balancing the machine a little better, or reduce the vibration when you put this pad on. I don't think I'll need it, but we'll see. This is a piece And I was just working on testing some epoxy here. Actually, this is the piece let's see, can't remember which side I finished now. Oh yeah, this is the side I finished. This was at 400 grit here with this mesh. This is went up to 1,000 here using this Aberlong pads, which are really great for that. So I have a polishing pad. As you can see, this is a pretty nice finish. I just went the regular grit. Well, it came off my thickness sander over there at 80, and then I went up to 120, 180, 320, and then this 360 and 1,000. And I would say that's ready to go. I think the one thing where this tool really shines, I mean, it's just beautiful using it, but for you down here to sand the edges. I'm waiting for this stop. Anyway, I was saying to sand the edges. This is a total game changer here, because this was always such a struggle to sand the edges of a table. Not necessarily a small piece like that, but like when you have a big table or something, just the ergonomic of this to sand the edges is just beautiful. I mean, you could just hold it there. You don't feel like the tool's gonna, you know, round the piece or anything. Compared to this one, yeah, all the weight is up here. So yeah, this was always awkward. Yeah, so this is just beautiful for that. I don't mind this trigger here. The speed control works really well. Yeah, what else can I say? I mean, I wish I would have bought one earlier, I'd say. So I thought for the people looking for sander, if you're just starting out, it's a bit of an expensive sander, this one, but this would be another one here somewhere. This would be the 3 levels of sanding, like this. I mean, this is just your standard, this is whatever it is, Milwaukee. I just got this to sand some rough logs at some point because I didn't want to destroy this one. Now this is just your standard, whatever, $80 sander. They all work, but as you can see, pads came off already. The dust control is horrible. But for a weekend project, this is maybe good enough. If you can jimmy rig this to half decent, the dust canister that came with this is pretty bad. This I would say as a mid price, I can't remember exactly the price. I think it's in the $180, maybe $200 range. And this is a very well built sander. As I say, I use this a lot. This particular one's probably been here for at least 5 years or so. Now the speed control thing is a little wearing out, meaning when you lift the sander off the piece, it tends to speed up. This is really good on this too, the speed control, whatever you call it. So when you lift it off the piece, it doesn't just go crazy, it just stays at the same speed. And this would be your sort of top sander in line with probably the Festool. I haven't used the Festool version, but I know it's bigger and heavier. So I'm super happy with this. Anyway, thought I'd give you my opinion on the sander. So far I'm stoked about it. I'm gonna leave a link downstairs where I got it, especially if you're from Canada. You should check out that place. I'm gonna see if I can work out a little deal, but they have a lot of very good high-end product for woodworking and finishing. He will carry the sander and the parts. You get all the sandpaper and all this stuff. Anyway, sanding is actually fun now, I have to say. Which is, that's a game changer when you can say that. Because usually sanding is far from fun. Anyway, leave you with that, and I'll talk to you soon.